everybody. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We are back in the studio here, Elk Grove. It is Thursday, the 12th of September. Boy, doesn't Laura look just like Carol?
Hey,
It's
how about
amazing.
this? Is this better?
Oh, that's even better. Look at that. She's got her drink. Folks, it's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. Every show is dedicated to the first responders and mostly dedicated to people like you. As we all know, folks, I was out of town for a couple days, but we are back here, ready to go, ready to start the week. And, of course, Laura Ocean is always with me on Thursday, but she's on a trip with the girls for Angie's, our future daughter-in-law's bachelorette party in Arizona. They'll be back on Sunday, so it's good. So Carol was kind enough to join us here on Twisted Thursday. So Carol, thank you for being here. Honey. How are you doing?
Doing good. It's been a busy week. Work's been busy. Got a lot of very exciting news. I can't wait to share with you guys.
Well, you know what? I think it's time. I think let's just get to Ace here. Let's take care of Ace, and then Carol's got some great news that she's going to break on, guys. So it's very cool. Let's go about Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Don't forget our good friends from Ace. Norridge, Just Plains, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. Summer deals happening, folks. Even though summer's over, we've been saying this. There's still 50% off all lawn decor, lawn and garden decor, 40% off outdoor chimes, patio sets on sale. Grill that Ace off. Get 20% off any grill purchase. Take advantage of these things now, folks, so you don't have to do it next year. 50% off. You can't beat that. That's called Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. And let's just do Mary real fast. Our good friend Mary Grievous for all your real estate needs. Meet Mary Grievous, your trusted local realtor with years of experience, deep understanding of the market. She's here to guide you to every step of the way. Let's turn your real estate dreams into reality. Contact her today. Available as buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. That's M. Grievous at starkre.com or 630-688-1725. Get Mary to do that. She'll take care of all your stuff needs. And if you talk about Mary, folks, you got to talk about the Chicago Music Cruise. It's happening March 22nd to March 30th, 2025 on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Oasis of the Seas, folks. Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Coco Key, Bahamas, and Aruba. So it's going to be great, folks. With Tony Ocean, the Man Man Band, Hillbilly Rock Stars, Jersey Girls. Listen, don't forget Seventh Heaven. Just go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com and put in Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and tell them, hey, Tony Ocean wants me to go on this cruise, and you guys should join us. That's how that works. All right, so we are here today. I want to thank my good friend Carol Brandolino for filling in, for stepping in for Laura Ocean, who's on vacation or away, like I said, with the kids. But we are here today, and Carol has got some incredible news. So let's get right to it. Carol, what news do you have for these wonderful people here on Ocean's Pit today?
So what I was telling you briefly is this is kind of I love it. I love it. We got to get a Greek flag on there too, right?
Got to get one for Greeks too.
Yes. Tony Toto, the limoncello is gone. We need more. My mom loves it. Every time she comes, I pour her a big glass of it, and she sucks it down. But okay, so with my job, I told you a while back, I was asked to run for a for like office that has to do with schools and stuff like that. Okay, I'm pretty almost decided. I really like to. I'm just about there, but through some people I've met through that, this one woman kind of heard my story and what my platform would be with, moms and their children and schools and stuff like that. And she said, I got to hook you up with this woman I know. She's got this great organization called Moms for America. Yeah. And it's conservative, like moms with their kids and education and all of that. She goes, you guys, and she has a background in broadcasting, went to Columbia. She does kind of everything that you do. She has like a podcast thing going on.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So she was going to have me meet with her. she was going to set that up. And I was so excited. And so that was supposed to happen a couple weeks ago. And she said, oh, you're going to have to wait a few weeks now. She said she just found out she's going on a 16 city tour with Tucker Carlson. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she goes, yeah, she's the Moms for America is kind of a sponsor. Yeah. And so I started following her on social media, the group and everything, and her. And so I'm watching all this and I'm like, damn it, why didn't this happen? Why did I meet her first?
Before you might have got invited. Right, exactly. Right. Okay.
So I'm with my method to my madness, always trying to get whatever. But then this is how things happen. And it's just so weird. Okay. The world is small, but the universe works in mysterious ways.
Absolutely.
Gianni met a friend. She's a girl, very nice girl. She's about 19. He met her at his job a while back when he was working at that place, Corrigan's. And her mom, super cool. I got to know her. We become kind of friendly. We've been hanging out a little bit, taking the kids to see concerts and everything. And she started watching your show. And on Tuesday, she goes, oh, I heard you bring up Moms for America. And I said, yeah. She goes, how do you know about that? I said, well, this woman I kind of gotten to know through my job. She goes, I grew up with her, the lady that runs that. I went to high school with her. I said, what? Are you kidding me? She goes, no. She goes, he's a friend of mine. I said, oh. She goes, are you into all that? I said, yes, of course I'm into all that.
Sure. Right.
Yeah. So she goes, I'd love to go to one of his shows. He's a 16 city tour. So I was looking up to see when he was going to be near here. So next Friday, he's going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, right? And Kid Rock is going to be there. All right. I was like, oh my God. So I messaged my new friend and I said, well, I'm just wondering, would she, do you want to get tickets? I don't know how expensive they are.
Yeah.
Or she goes, oh, let me just send her a text. So she obviously sent her friend a text. And 10 minutes later, she's like, well, we just got 4 premier seats for Grand Rapids, Michigan to see Tucker Carlson. I go, are you kidding me right now? I was shitting my pants. I said, are you? She goes, yeah, what's the big deal? I said, do you know who Tucker Carlson is? She's like, not really. I said, oh my God, forget Kid Rock, who I love anyway, too.
Yeah, right. But Tucker's he's got the #1 talk podcast in the world right now.
Yes. And I've been watching his, this live tour now that this woman is on it. She has talked to everybody. Dan Bongino, what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. She was behind stage talking to her. I'm like, God dang it.
Well, you know what? You want to wait real fast. You know what? That's next Friday. Now, I listened to Dan Bongino, folks, and he said he wasn't going to be able to be there Friday because he was doing something in Grand Rapids.
Yes.
For Tucker Carlson. And he said he would, when he makes a promise, he keeps his word. So he'll probably be there too.
Oh my God. Let me just tell you, I'm happy to just be there and have good seats, right? But I really now, I tell my friend, you need to talk to your friend and we need to get backstage. It's like, give me an inch. I want a foot and a yard.
You got nothing to lose by asking. I agree with you 100%.
Right. So I'm very excited. I really hope this all pans out. And I'm just thinking I'm going to do my best to get into something somewhere and maybe start working with this woman in some capacity because I think it would be awesome.
That would be fantastic. And you know what? I think you can do it, Carol, with your personality and your get up and go. I think you have no trouble getting in there, folks. And that's great news for Carol. When it's great news for Carol, it's going to be great news for everybody, folks. So that's fantastic. There you go.
That's my friend.
Okay, there you go. Gina's watching. Hi, Gina. How you doing? Well, thank you for doing that for Carol. That's fantastic. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things, folks. Sorry, Mike. You didn't get no time to shave or anything for the show today. Just got back yesterday from the Missouri and that whole thing. It was crazy. But anyway, we are here today, folks, and we got a great show. So, like I said, my good friend Carol Brandolino, who's with us on Tuesdays, is joining me today for my wife Laura is up in Arizona with the girls' bachelorette party. All right,
girls.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today, but before we get into some more details, folks, tonight will be at Moretti's in Edison Park. That is an outdoor show from 6 to 9 with Jerry Jams, who's watching. Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Tomorrow we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with Jerry Jams. That's an 8 o'clock hit. Saturday we'll be at 720 Cucina Rustica in Cary, Illinois. That's outside, beautiful patio, beautiful gig with the main event band, Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams. And Sunday, me and Carol will be at the St. Jude's benefit for Carl Doty at the Civic Center in Melrose Park with a lot of other great entertainers, of course. Ocean's Rat Pack, and the list goes on and on. Regina Karma, and John Anthony, and Ronnie B, and all. It's going to be a lot of fun. And all the money's going to go to. All the money's going to go to St. Jude's. Thank you, Gene. I know you love the hat. I got the T-shirt too, but I couldn't change it in time. All right, so we are here. And we're going to just hold off on some more sponsors because I want to keep talking about some stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to talk about.
I did not get your input Tuesday. We tried talking about it. It was going very good until I pushed something or something happened. But we're going to go through some of this stuff again about the presidential debate that happened between President Donald Trump and Kamala, whatever you want to call her, Harris. Now, some people, after that all happened, some people think it was a loss for Donald Trump. But I don't think so at all. I don't think it was a loss at all for him. It was a push, which they needed. The people that were watching that debate already knew they were going to vote for Trump. Or they already knew they're going to vote for Harris.
Correct.
Right? I think it's for the undeciders. The people on the side have no clue. And if you look at the polls afterwards, it didn't change. It didn't change. And there was no snapshots, and there was no big lines coming out that you'd hear always, in the face when someone makes one of those great comments at a debate. Correct?
Right. It was okay. So here's the deal. Do I think he lost or he won or anything like that? Look, I think, like I said, I thought it was kind of a train wreck only because they did an injustice to the people who are undecided because no one talked about actual policy. Look, he talked about everything that he did in the past, which is important. That's like your resume, right? That's your resume. I think people are willing to hire somebody. You guys look at it this way. It's like they're willing to hire somebody. If you're looking just at resumes and what you've accomplished and what you have not, just on paper alone, right? She failed at her job the last 3.5 years. She did not succeed. She did not follow through. She did not do her job, right? He at least followed through. We were successful. We were better off financially, economically, whatever. We were safer on the streets. Like there's everything he said he was going to do for the most part. He did. He tried. Okay. So he succeeded, right? How are you going to try and hire still after seeing both resumes and seeing what each one did or didn't do? How are you going to pick somebody like that? You know what? I got anxiety watching her the first 2 minutes. If you really look that first time she spoke.
Yes.
I've never seen anybody look so scared and even in her voice, like it made me have anxiety. I was anxious for her. I was like, oh my God, she was shaking. She was nervous. I understand that. It's very normal. But what I'm saying is I'm not until these questions that were geared only toward her were put out there and they were completely rehearsed and recited. Period.
I agree with you absolutely. I agree with you, Carol, on that end. I was not happy that both of them did not answer the questions that needed to be answered. Okay. No. I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. And he kept talking about the past and what he did and what he did, which fine. Which just goes to show you that, and the number one, I mean, when they talked about inflation, when they talked about the migrants coming in, there was no, and when she said about the border, and when he said, hey, wake up Joe Biden, and let's get this President Joe Biden, and let's sign this now before the election, if you really want to do it. And then when the lady or the gentleman said, I forgot which one it was, goes, do you feel that the country's better now than it was 4 years ago? She couldn't even say yes or no because she knows it's wrong.
Of course.
But he was fighting against three people. And now my friend Pete Caliendo just came out and said this, which is on Instagram, folks. On Twitter. Kamala's moderator was her sorority sister. Come on, does anybody want fair debates? Never watch ABC and never will. It's amazing the corruption They never fact checked her. Did you meet Putin? No answer. Economy better. 4 years ago, she's subject changed. Her sorority sister. These three were banging up against Trump, man.
Listen,
banging up against Trump.
Here's the other thing too. So from what I've read, I try to do as much research as I can. I really do. When I see things and memes with her being kind of loose, okay, in her younger days.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not a judgmental person.
Correct.
You do you, and you're growing up doing yours. But here's the thing. I truly believe, okay, you got a law degree.
Yeah.
Good for her. Listen, it's not easy to do that. Great.
Correct.
Now, I don't know that you could sleep your way through getting a law degree, but I know you could sleep your way into politics and up the ladder. I know that for a fact because opportunities have come to me and a lot of other women over the years that you could sleep. You definitely will have more opportunities doing that. Okay. So I do believe that she slept her way because she just doesn't have it. She doesn't have that factor that you need that I would trust either. And I know that he's arrogant. I know. Listen, I have a lot of young people that I have a lot of young people that I work with, and they literally are asking me, they're 20, 21. I don't know what to do. And what they said they're doing is for research is they're watching clips. I go, well, whose clips are you watching? Because the source matters. Because depending on the source that's putting out these video and audio clips, they're going to want you to see what they want you to see. You have to watch full interviews on people that you don't, you know what I mean, that maybe you don't like or you don't want to listen to their facts, right?
You make complete sense of what you're saying. Look at ABC. ABC, this is a fact check, guys, if you want to fact your checks here. Facts checks Trump 5 times. 0 checks on Harris. Zero checks on Harris. Here's what I think I wish they would do in the future. I don't know if you guys ever watch wrestling, and I watch professional wrestling with you guys remember Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin, whatever it was. But when you used to watch one of those, if you still watch them today on television on Mondays and Fridays, there's one guy that's for the good guy, and then there's one moderator that's for the bad guy. I wish they would have had a Democrat and a Republican shooting questions at the same time.
I think Dave, please, like honestly, I can't wait to see Dave in person, but he's been avoiding me, which I get it. But here's the thing, she's a liar. She has definitely slept around. She is not. She's not equipped mentally to be a president of the United States. Whether you hate Trump or not, you have to be able to recognize that and be honest about that. I can tell you, I think Trump's a total egomaniac. Sure. I can tell you that I agree with you 100%. Me, and he says things that are just, but you know what?
I agree.
He's at least saying it like he feels it to be. Like I said, I pick my friends that are real, whether they're obnoxious or arrogant or whatever. If they're being real, I'm okay with that.
I agree with you. And the comment she made, you can fact check this. I was at the Capitol January 6th. Mm-hmm. Let's just get this right, folks.
Was she there?
She left the Capitol at 11 a.m. That happened at about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Technically, she was there.
She was there, but she wasn't there while the shit was going down. Whatever.
Right, just like she's been at the border. Like she's been at the border. Listen, no. She failed at her job for 3.5 years. If somebody failed, like people I know that have owned their companies and owned businesses, if an employee has failed for 3.5 years, you're going to rehire them. Are you going to rehire them or are you going to hire somebody who has succeeded at their job for how many years? Give me a break. I mean, it's common sense. Enough's enough at this point. You know, I think that debate sucked. I do. I think, listen, you know what I want to hear about? As a mom, right? I wanted to hear about the opioid crisis. I wanted to hear about what they're going to do for mental health in this country, because that's why kids are going around shooting people. And that's why kids, because of social media, for sure. I don't know how we could change that at this point, but all this stuff is coming from parents not being home. And then Kamala brought up, oh my God, daycare. Well, why don't you mandate companies that are hiring moms or single moms to have a daycare facility in the building so they can go to work and have their child downstairs in the building? There's a lot of companies that offer that as an incentive for single moms or moms that want to work.
I agree with you.
Do something about it.
You got to do something on something. But look, guys, if you take Kamala Harris and you take Donald Trump, let's forget if you hate the person or not. let's just go back to 2020 or before the flu, before whatever you want to call the pandemic, whatever you call, however you look at it. Let's just go back. And it's pretty simple, guys. Was the economy better 4 years ago? And then what do? You grab the guy or girl, whoever made, how was that was working 4 years ago. The country was better. You go back to that. Here's a perfect example. The Chicago Cubs, whether you're a Cub fans or not, they grabbed the manager from Milwaukee because what he did for the Milwaukee Brewers baseball team. They grabbed him. They paid all that money for him, hoping that he would do the best they did. They got him, and he didn't do a great job. That's what I'm trying to say. At least you're going back to Trump. Trump did a good job when he was president of the United States. The economy and everything was much better than it is now. Case closed. There would be no war if Trump was in office. This border, these people would not be coming in like this.
No, of course not.
Closed, guys.
No, it wouldn't have. And people know that. They just can't get past their hatred for him. And you know what? It is what it is. Like at the end of the day, you can't bang your head up against a brick wall to say, come on, guys, like it's black and white really at the end of the day with this situation. But here's the thing. If you're voting on like abortion and, female rights, listen, I'm a woman. I get it. I don't want anybody telling me what I can and cannot do with my body. And I am a common sense, like politically, I feel like I'm in the middle, common sense politics. Here's the thing. If somebody was raped or anything like that, of course. But even if not, here's the thing. They have the day after pill. The day after you have sex, you could take a pill that just, you know what I mean? You're not even like really pregnant yet. It helps you to not even become pregnant, right? There's a pill. There's so many different options that you can do to not get pregnant. I've worked with people that I've heard talking about my fourth abortion, like it was, oh, I'm going to lunch at Chili's today. Like that's how I've heard people talk about it. They use it as birth control abortion. Listen, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with 8 and 9 month. No, I'm not. But no, guess what? What about if we're talking about you don't want the government governing your autonomy and your body? How is it then I'm a bad person because I don't want the government telling me that my kid can have autonomy, medical autonomy at 12 or 13 years old to get their body parts chopped off? How is the government going to tell me that they're going to let my kid do that?
See, Carol, you make
bullshit. I don't want the government telling me what they're going to do my kids at 12 or 13. They're ready to make those decisions. Are you out of your mind?
Look, you're absolutely right what you're saying. And then when they're saying, and I do agree with you guys, a woman has the right to do what she wants with her own body, and the government. But the whole abortion thing, I understand everybody's got their issues. I got it. But back in 2020, the government made you take that shot.
Yep.
They didn't care if you were a man or a woman. They made you take that shot. So they didn't care what the woman did about her body back in 2020 when they were putting that poison in their body. Right?
Correct. You had no choice.
Okay. Let's fact check that, boys and girls. Let's check that out. They didn't care in 2020 if you were a man or a woman. You're going to get this shot. You're going to lose your job. So tell me, they didn't give a shit about the woman's rights back then about their body.
No,
why now?
Or men's or military veteran. Listen, but you know what? Who had the choice? The government did. I believe they had a choice on whether or not they had to take it. That's bullshit. And honestly, no, Dave, maybe it wasn't mandatory, but what decision are you going to make if you're a single mom? And I know the woman that's a nurse and she cried for weeks because she had to take the shot to keep her job, or she wouldn't have been able to support her kids and feed her kids and keep the rent. So that's not, when you hear not mandatory, this is logistics here. Okay. They had no choice because they're going to take care of their kids.
You're right. But I do understand one thing that Dave said. I think Boyd said too. It makes sense. One thing they said makes sense, to my opinion. They need to work together.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do.
You're absolutely right on that.
Yeah.
And I kept saying this a couple of days ago. This Democratic Party is not the grandfather, my grand,
no.
It's not the old. They used to sit down and work together for the country.
Right.
It's not happening now, but they need to do that. They need to do that now. And that's the problem that they're not going to do. We're so separated, guys.
Yes.
It's sad, but what I think David said and Boyd said, they need to work together.
Yes, they do. But you know what the problem is there? I think the problem there is a lot of politicians, let's say, that are in, let's say, Congress or this or that need to work together. They're all egomaniacs. They all just, I think, want
it's
power.
not an, I wouldn't want that
it's
job.
About the people. It's not about the people. And that's the problem. Start getting people in there that are just regular, everyday people that really are somewhere down the middle, that can have an open mind to see things this way and see things that way. I can be open-minded to listen to what anybody has to say and be like, well, you know what? You might be right. Maybe that would be good.
No,
you know?
we love when we get people that talk about stuff on the show, and their opinions is very important.
Yes.
I believe, guys, I'm just saying, Donald Trump might not be the long term, but we need something now. We need something now to take care of the mess that we're in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some younger politicians out there that want to run, and eventually, I'm sure there are some ones that are coming up and trying to do right thing. They're trying to. Right now, we have no choice, ladies and gentlemen. Even Kennedy backed out and endorsed Trump. Yeah. Right now, we have no choice. And I said this to you guys, and you guys might agree with me or not. I don't know. But the last debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, if Trump didn't win that debate, he destroyed Biden on that last debate, and that made them pull Joe Biden out. If that didn't be so clear cut, Joe Biden would still be running for president right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that would be a travesty too, because he's a sick man. That's another thing. I can recognize that this man is ill, and he's not just it's not about the age necessarily. I mean, of course, age, look at the way these people travel. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't do what they do right now, the way Trump's traveling at that age. No way. It's a lot of,
guys, I just don't look. I just look at my my groceries, my gas. That's what I look at. That's all I can judge on. And you froze for a minute there, Carol. You froze, but now you're back.
Okay.
You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. Carol Brandolino, of course, from Twisted Tuesday, filling in for Laura Ocean, my wife, who's gone. I love all your guys. Guys, listen, we love the show. We love what you guys do. You can say whatever you want. Give us your opinions, right or wrong. It's important that we all talk. We all talk, and in life, we're not all going to agree on stuff, folks. So I understand everything that you guys are doing. Let's get to a quick sponsor, bro. Just slow down a little bit, and we'll come back. How about our good friends from Jack Vena Landscaping? They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bud mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They also offer plant design, service, and installation. And right now, they also service fall gutter cleaning, which probably everybody needs. So call Tommy at 847-432-5266. It's Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday. Carol Brandolino joining us today, covering in for Laura. We were talking about the debate. We're going to see what happens now moving forward, less than 50 days away.
Yeah, guys, I wonder if they're going to debate again. I know that Trump's people said probably not, but you know what? Megyn Kelly, listen, she hated Trump.
I like Megyn Kelly, boy.
And I love her. Listen, she is a journalist. She would be great at just person moderating. I think she'd be great. And I think she would be fair, even though I know now she sits more to the left, of course. But the thing is she hated him. And you know what? Getting the people that once hated him, it doesn't mean they love him now. It just means that they see what the better choice is, because it is so black and white. And then maybe at some point things can become more bipartisan if people are willing to work for the people. You're being put in there to speak on behalf of the people. You got to listen to the people. I don't understand. I really don't.
Guys, it's not we're fighting. I always said it seems to me like we're fighting good versus evil in some way. I just don't know what the direction that the Democrats are going right now. I don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. The vice president, what's his name, Waltz, or vice president-elect, wants to put that law about what's going on with the kids. Come on.
No.
You guys care for your kids growing right now? Let's forget about everything else. Let's just go to your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah,
it's screwed up right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's screwed up. I don't think they're going to have another debate. I don't think they should. Remember, they were supposed to do it on Fox, but Kamala didn't want to do it on Fox. Obviously not.
Right. Well, here's the problem. Like, so they said that okay, I was listening to the radio. I don't know what station was, but they had checked how many times Kamala has done press interviews with the press, just gone and done press interviews since August something. It was 8 times. President or Trump and Vance 45 times they have done press interviews. They don't want her. People don't even want her out there when it's unscripted and any of the press can ask questions. She's not going to make it. The clips that you see, the viral clips that you see of her acting and laughing, that comes from being anxious and nervous, and she's always laughing like a hyena. It's embarrassing. But you know what? That's what happens when she's caught off guard or just getting questions that she's not pumped with or given in advance.
Well, you know what? Let's touch on that real quick. Now, there was people all over social media posting about this new earring that looked like. I tried to look at it. Didn't look exactly like what they're saying she had. So that I don't believe.
I don't believe it either. You know what? But she was holed away for 4 or 5 days. She's got a law degree. She's a good speaker. She's got good vocabulary.
She was a lawyer. She was a lawyer.
Yes, and she's a lawyer. So here's the thing. She learned, she studied. They had everything. You could tell it was totally rehearsed. She had these long answers. Once she got in the groove, because I'm telling you, that first 2 minutes, she looked like she was going to throw up. She was scared and nervous and sick to her stomach. And
guys, like I said, some of the views that we're saying, it's our opinions. That's how we feel. That's why obviously that's why you guys are watching, to see what we're going to say, whether we agree with you or not. So I'm the first one that said I did not believe that mic of those earrings they didn't look. I look closer. I don't think she had anything in her ears.
No, right after
I don't believe that. I do not believe.
I don't either. And here's the thing: right after the debate, of course, I shouldn't have even looked at Facebook. It was very, very brief that I did it, and I got off because everybody that just really, really hates him, like the ones that are like just crazy hate him and just can't even like hear his name, they started putting the memes out, which some of them were actually funny about the dog and cat thing. But you know what? Let me tell you this: if you think that that's something that's unheard of, you're a dummy.
Yeah,
because don't think
absolutely.
Animals, people kill animals all the time. The people, these countries coming here, they don't look at animals like we do. These animals are our family in this country most of the time.
Correct.
These people from these other countries don't think like that. They're coming in with AK-47s. You think they give a fuck about the cats and the dogs that they're coming across? Come on, give me a break. So it wouldn't surprise me if these nut jobs not only for sure are killing the animals, there are people out there, they're interviewing them saying that they saw people doing that. Don't think that other countries don't eat animals. They do. It's part of their culture. Come on, guys.
And you're right. So like I said, I talked briefly about it. Listen, they're not saying that every single person in that town. It happens in certain countries. We kind of know that. So let's we're not going to dwell on that.
No, I'm not. But I just thought it was funny. People were like, my God, how stupid.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
I agree with you 100%. Right. Let's talk about a couple other things here. Hey, Louis was watching. Louis Pipes was watching. Him and his wife, Dana, celebrating 12 years of marriage. Congratulations. Louis Pipes.
They're such a cute couple.
And Dana, congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
they're adorable.
Beautiful. Do you realize tomorrow, Carol? Tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
Yes, it is. I know it.
Let's ready for that.
I'm ready. I'm always ready. I'm just always prepared for something. Yep.
Well, you know what, Craig Olson, Fox did say that. You're right. But the Wall Street Journal said he won. So I don't think there is a winning, like I said, guys.
I don't think anybody
there's a winning or loss, guys. You got to understand, if you were voting for Trump, you didn't care. If you're voting for Harris, it wasn't going to change your mind by watching the debate.
No, because you know why? Because they didn't talk about policy in depth at all. Neither one of them did. And so that's why I think it was a draw. I don't think anybody won because I really didn't hear anything different or policies about opioids and mental health. And, they
didn't talk about it. And you know, right. And like I said, no matter what we say, so I don't know. I do believe that when you do, too bad they couldn't do a debate on a channel that's not, ABC, come on. How about a non-biased channel? Doing something completely off a different way because it's not fair to me.
I agree.
To my opinion.
Yeah,
Even if it was for the other way around. It's just so
agree.
a little crazy as it is. What do we got here, folks? Okay, Friday the 13th. Do you believe in Friday the 13th, Carol?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I can be what do you call it when you believe in that stuff? I can't think of the word, but sometimes I believe in certain things, but I know like what Phil's saying is I heard because Gianni was born on Friday the 13th. He was born June 13th, Friday the 13th.
Okay,
but
okay.
I heard the Italians say it's an actual lucky number.
It's a good number, 13th. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And you know what? Craig Olson said it right too, guys. And it made a lot of sense. We just said the debate is really for the undeciders. Yeah. It really makes sense. I mean, for people who
I think,
that are on the fence.
It was an injustice. It was an injustice for the undecided because nothing came out of it.
Nothing came out of it. And we said that, guys, from the beginning.
Yeah.
We were upset, folks, that either candidate did not answer the important questions that they were supposed to answer.
Nope.
Case closed. We said that from the beginning. So let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Now it's back to school, Carol. Kids are back to school right now. Kids are going back to school. Remember, bullying. I've seen it all over social media now. Bullying is not allowed at any age. If you see anything happening now when your kids got to come home, Carol, that's got to happen a lot of times. And some of these kids, they don't even want to say nothing. They're afraid to say something. And that's bullying was going on even when I was a kid because I wasn't the jock type guy. I wasn't the whatchamacallit. So it was happening. It happens in the office, not only in office, but
everywhere. That's my platform. Just so you know, if I do anything with any of this that's come my way, my platform is bullying and safety in schools because Gianni, like I said, as openly as I can without putting all his information out there either, but we've been dealing with this for probably 5 years. And when I say bad, I mean like physical, violent attacks by more than 2 or 3 people at a time. And nothing was really done about it, and that is not fair because, you're not a punk. Like one-on-one, listen, we all got bullied one way or the other. I got bullied in Greek.
We all got bullied. Every single person that's probably watching right now, one particular time, got bullied in some way.
But nowadays, it's different because you got social media. As kids are so different than the kids we grew up with. They're going to tell you to go kill yourself, go stick your head in, put a gun in your head. Like these kids are not the same as what we were growing up because they have most of them have no culture. Most of them don't have parents at home. Most of them have been raised by social media. It's almost like they're numb. They don't have the conscience. It's scary. It's like they're a bunch of robots anymore. And that's what's scary.
It's a scary world. So we got to stop that bullying stuff.
Yeah.
Man. That's something they need to concentrate in schools too. And something I mentioned a couple of days ago about having teachers wear those cameras like the police officers do.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they can watch the student maybe picking on another kid in school while the teacher's talking. And then that all leads up to shit that happens afterwards that people don't see, so that needs to be looked at. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Guys, you're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. So we need to talk about our sponsors again, folks. Airtight Windows, if you're looking for something, if you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving Chicagoland for over 35 years, do it right with Airtight. Call Louis Pipes at 708-798-5000, and he'll take care of you guys. He'll give you a great deal. Our good friends from Airtight celebrating their anniversary. They're leaving for Italy for 17 days or whatever. So I hope they have a great time in Italy. Absolutely. Very cool. Guys, a couple other things real fast. If you're Chicago Bears fans, I guess the wide receiver, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this guy's name right, so don't butcher me. Rome Odunze, Odunze. Have an MRI. Looks like he might be out for game next Sunday. This Sunday coming up, folks, if you guys remember, come to St. Jude's from 12 to 5 because the Bears don't play till the nighttime. Their game is at 7:20. So that's important too. Also, rhythm and blues singer Frankie Beverly has passed at the age of 77 years old. Here's what I found interesting, Carol. Sober bars now. This
What's the point?
Mocktails.
Okay.
Mocktail bars.
Okay.
And these mocktail drinks
Okay.
are really doing well sales-wise. There's a lot of people that are getting away. They're saying that the younger generation now is not drinking as much as the older generation.
I agree.
What do you feel about the mocktails?
Listen, I make mocktails. I've been making mocktails for 25 years. You know, I don't know that it all has to be. You can drink mocktails at a regular bar. You don't have to drink alcohol. Maybe you just don't want to be around people drinking alcohol. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand if someone had a problem or they're an alcoholic, they don't want to be around alcohol. So, okay, but are you not going to serve? Because you're not going to make money. That's the problem. How are you going to sustain a business? How much can you charge?
Well, you know what? No, they got to charge. No, wait, they have to charge the mock cocktails because they're like all that fruit and everything they put in them. It'll probably cost you $8, $9, $10. You'll be paying the same thing because there's bars there's a couple bars out there. That's all they do. It's just all they do. So that's what you're getting. And nothing is inexpensive these days. So you're gonna pay no matter what.
Listen, I had this guy. He had a little packet. It looked like a sugar packet. Okay. He had me make him a drink with like alcohol, let's say Tito's and ginger ale or something. And he had a little packet. And I thought he was putting it into like flavoring. Yeah. And what is that? He said it's THC, the dust or something. I go, what? What are you talking about? It looked like sugar. It was THC. And he put the packet of it, which looked like sugar, into his drink. And I never heard of that before. He's like, here, taste some. I go, no, I'm not going to. I don't even know you, first of all. I'm going to, okay, no problem. I mean.
Yeah, let's try it. Sure. Wow, it tastes great. You never know what you're putting in your mouth.
But I never heard of it before. But look people are, you're right, Dennis, people are definitely eating the gummies way more than drinking and all that. But you still can't drive like that. I mean, you can't. That's still a DUI. You can't do that. If you get caught drinking and you're high, you're done.
Well, a lot of people are, or there's non-alcoholic beer. I tried a couple of them. It didn't taste any different. It just, I was waiting for the buzz, and of course, there's no alcohol in there, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Yeah, interested with that. Carol, what do you got here? Watching Channel 9 News, right? Well, someone said they were watching Channel News, and there was a firefighter from Huntley who was diagnosed with ALS. And they were talking about how when he does finally retire, ALS is not covered under the insurance.
Come on. How is that even?
Folks, this is a firefighter. This is a first responder. And that means that if they're not covered with the police, if they're not covered with the fire department, they're not covered with the police. This guy here, he's got ALS.
But how can they pick and choose what disease they're going to cover or not? You've been paying insurance your whole life. And then when you need it, they get to pick and choose. That's where the insurance companies, it's fraud and it's shady. And that's it. People can't even afford their insurance and they're paying their whole life. And then it doesn't get covered.
And there's some comment here. Apparently there was some loophole that ALS is not covered after you're retired. I'm sure you can find the interview somewhere. So after you're retired, so they take care of it while you have it, but once you retire, it stops. I mean, come on, this is stuff they need to take care of, folks. This is what our government should be doing, finding stuff to help this out, and ALS and all that stuff that's going on, this crazy shit in this world. It's very important. It really is.
And not that anybody's more important than somebody else, but you're talking about your first responders. Like you said, people have put their lives on the line for people their whole career. Not like anybody's life is less important than anyone else's, but for your veterans and your first responders, I mean, come on, they've been putting their lives on the line their whole career for people. I don't understand.
I don't get it too. And just like our military guys, we talk about this all the time, the way they've been treated. How it is. Let's get to this. Bill Maher, whether you're a Bill Maher fan or not, you like his show. I think he's a little on the other side, but still, he calls out Taylor Swift for watching the Kansas City Chiefs game in a separate suite from Brittany Mahomes because Mahomes is a pro-Trumper. Yesterday, the NFL season started in the past. They used to sit together all the time. Remember when the team would watch the Chiefs games? But once Taylor Swift found out that Brittany Mahomes is a Trumper, now they're sitting in two separate suites. Do you believe this?
Well, you know what?
This is what
That's what I'm saying. So Brittany obviously knew, like everyone else did, all this time that Swift was already a pro Kamala, right, or pro Biden, whatever. We all knew that, but did Brittany stop sitting next to her or in the same suite? None of people find out. Oh, you have a different opinion than me, and you want Trump. Then they distance themselves. You're not as good as I am. I'm better than you. The problem is the people that are pro a lot of the Democrats, unfortunately, I think they really look down. They're the ones that are snooty and looking down on everybody that's for Trump. And I think that just shows what your character is. You can't even talk to anybody or be friends with somebody because they have a different opinion.
Right. Carol, I've got guys that I know that are not Trumpers. I have musicians I know that are not Trumpers, but I'm going to tell you something. If I see him in a bar, how you doing? I'll buy him a drink.
Of course.
We're going to talk. We're going to laugh. I got friends of mine that I know are not Trumpers, but my God, not to sit. Let's not sit next to him.
I know.
I mean, if I would have seen, I don't even think I ever met Boyd, but Boyd watches the show, and if I seen him at a bar, hey, let's have a drink. Craig Olson, he's a great musician, plays with In Session. I know he doesn't care for Trump, but he's still a great guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't get this. People that we can't sit next to each other and we can't do. I mean, come on, guys. Yep. It's like blue, black, whatever. Cadillac, Lincoln. It's the same thing.
Right.
Right? Bears, Packers. We're still going to watch the game together. We're still going to have a drink.
Right. Right.
It's
exactly.
just crazy. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most.
That's a good one.
I love those quotes.
Yes.
Actually, that was Abraham Lincoln who said that, folks. I'm just going through some crazy stuff that's coming in here. Let's talk about former president. No, not former president, Joe Biden. He still is president of the United States, according to Newsmax, whether you follow it or not. Mm-hmm. President Joe Biden, 81 years old, the oldest president ever elected to serve in office, has taken so many vacations that the New York Post tabulated it 48 years worth of normal worker vacation time. Wow. Now, remember, this is Newsmax. It's not from us, so don't go crazy.
Okay.
Don't go nuts here, all right? I'm just reading stuff here. Where you go. But here's a couple things, too. Why are things expensive? 4 companies control 55% to 85% of the meat market. 4 airlines control 80% of air travel. Yep. 3 companies control 92% of the soda market. 3 companies control 73% of the cereal market.
Yep.
We don't hear about this.
No.
6 companies, guys. 6 companies own 90% of the news. 6 companies own 90% of the news that people watch.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly. And you know what? Probably 2 companies own our United States of America. And if you don't think the insurance companies and the Bezos and Amazon and all that stuff, the gazillion billionaires, almost trillionaires, if you don't think they control and have everybody in their pockets, then you're mistaken.
I mean, it's almost like, right. It's like if right now, if your boss, you work for a company, you don't want to piss the company off.
Right.
You want to follow the rules that they like.
Right.
Perfect example. If I got this right, when they were given the shot back in 2020, UPS didn't have to take the shot, or FedEx did, or vice versa. But it all depends on your boss, whatever your CEO, whatever your sponsors are, whatever the people that are pulling your strings to whatever it is, they give you a paycheck every week. You're going to shut your lip.
Yep.
And you're going to do what they tell you to do.
And those were the hospitals, right? So those are, the hospitals were making you. I don't know if that's a Pfizer, insurance, all different kinds of companies. Listen.
BlackRock owns everything. And we were just talking about that, Richard Hamlin. Richard, thank you for that, by the way. The shooter that supposedly shot, the guy who shot at Donald Trump. Did you see him in the BlackRock commercial?
Yeah.
He was in the BlackRock commercial. That is a fact, you fact checkers out there. Check it out. I mean, crazy. Let's get to a lighter side of things, as my buddy Craig would say. Just by eating 1 banana, Carol.
Yeah.
During periods. Helps to reduce period pain. There's a lot of magnesium. I didn't know that.
There's potassium in bananas, I believe, right? Potassium. That's a possibility. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't have to deal with that anymore. I don't have a uterus. I had partial hysterectomy 10 years ago.
There you go. Boy, that's a great question. What can you do? What can Joe Public do about it? You're right. Nothing. Yeah. What can we do about it? We're screwed. You're right. You're right. Even our votes for, if you vote for Trump in Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to do anything.
Isn't that sad? Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
Speaking of Chicago, according to NBC Chicago, Naperville has earned the top spot in the best places to live in America.
Oh,
wow.
In America?
In America. Best place to live in America. According to NICHE''S 2024. Best place to live in America ranking. This Chicago suburb ranked #1. Best cities to raise a family in America. Receive an overall grade of A+. Factors like excellent public schools, safety, vibrant communities, amenities, contribution to Naperville's high ranking. The report endorses Naperville's strong appeal as a place to live and raise a family.
Nice. Okay, that's good. At least we got
also
something.
They forgot to add that Naperville has a lot of those pineapples at the front doors of people in Naperville.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay.
A lot of sharing the family. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, this is
family love. Yeah. Neighborly love.
Yeah, neighborly love. Here's something that's really cool. What do you think of this? A homeless man found a $4,000 engagement ring in his cup. He's sitting outside, wherever in front of a store. He's got a cup. People put money in. A woman who dropped money in it actually dropped her $4,000 engagement ring in the cup. A homeless man named Billy Ray Harris, who returned the diamond ring engagement ring, accidentally thrown into his change cup, and had his generously repaid many times over. Wow. The first thought of Harris was to run to the nearest jewelry shop, but when he was offered $4,000, the better instinct took charge. So he kept it in case the owner came back. So the question is, if the $4,000 was not put up for a reward, would he have bought it back?
Probably not. Wait, was he homeless?
It says he's a homeless man.
Then probably not. Listen, you got to take, if you're in that kind of situation, it's hard. You know what I mean? That's like life and death for people, or, eating your next meal. But I had my engagement ring. I had lost it, but I had been married already, but I lost it one time. And I figured it was at this Walgreens in the aisle with medicine. I got home. I was very sick that day. Gianni was like a year old. I'll never forget the day. And then I realized my one ring was gone because they weren't attached.
Yeah.
And I called Walgreens. I went back, looked in the aisle, nothing. I called, described my ring to him. And my mom's in the background. Oh, forget it. It's gone. You're done. Like, that's it. And the guy called me at like 9:00 at night. And he said, I got the ring. He said, some woman walked in and she left. It was in the parking lot in Walgreens by my house. She brought it in and said, somebody's going to be looking for this, and walked away. That was it. So, pay it forward, right? Stuff like that does happen. I can't believe it.
Good stuff does happen. I do believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
There's Di from the Di and Dag show starting in 2025. She's asking Carol, how much is a gray shelf behind you? She wants to buy it.
I don't know. Not sure, but I could find out.
There you go. What the hell? Guys, let's time for another quick sponsor, folks. That's right. Our friends from Deutsch Power Center, servicing the construction and diesel industry in the Chicagoland area. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550, folks. And let's not forget Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. My friend Danny Mazzi and Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision and auto repair needs, go to CrashChampions.com. It's Ocean's Pit. Laura and the girls are in Arizona for Angie's bachelorette party.
Nice.
So that's why Carol was nice enough to join us here today. We got about a couple more minutes left. Don't forget, folks, Danny Nozak's watching, a friend of mine. And September 30th, if you love animals as much as I do, and you know how much we love dogs, we're going to be at the Tap House Grill in Lamont, Illinois for the Ruby Whiskers Foundation for animals, for the dogs. And Ronnie B., Elvis, and Deborah I'll be the MC. Daryl Armistaff, Felix Greco, Frankie Setta, Louis Pipes,
Oh, that's
Ron
awesome.
Starr, Kim Peterson, LeFew. The $10 cover, the money goes for Ruby Whiskers. It's
Nice.
Monday, September 30th. On the 21st of September, we'll be at the Hard Rock Casino in Gary, Indiana. Folks, we'll be in the Hard Rock Cafe performing with the Main Event Band. Next Wednesday, we'll be at the Village Pub in North Riverside. And next Thursday, we'll be at Are We Live in Burr Ridge, Gigi's Burr Ridge, next Thursday on the 19th. All right, so we still got about 5 minutes left here. You think I'm sarcastic? You should hear what I don't say.
No.
Oh,
The things that go through my head. Remember, we talked about AI and how eventually what they're trying to do is have like your electronics or whatever read your mind. Remember when we talked about that with Elon Musk?
correct.
So I'm not kidding. I was looking at my phone, like kind of not necessarily shopping, but I went at something, and it was in a certain color I didn't like, and I was thinking, man, if this black, I was thinking, and I scrolled to the next page, and then it said, "Do you want this in black?" I was like, "Whoa,
Now
what
see,
the hell?"
that's
Like,
coming back. That
it freaked
happens.
me out.
Oh yeah, that happens to shit all the time. Dennis, how you doing, buddy? Rick, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate it. All right, listen to this, guys. What the hell? Mariano's. Right now, if you go to Mariano's and you get that flu shot,
Oh God, what are they giving you?
if you get the flu shot and the COVID shot,
Oh, okay. What are we getting?
you're going to get a $20 credit for food at
Wow.
Mariano's. You can't get them just individually. You have to get them both on the same day, a flu shot and the COVID shot, with which I remember people telling you that you can't get them on the same day. I don't know. I've never had one. So, but
You know,
$20. If you call now, we'll throw in a free bicycle if you get the shot right now.
and if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. When they gotta pay you or give you food.
$20. Wait, it's not even
ridiculous.
cash. You get it towards food. What can $20 get you, folks?
No, nothing. One
bags of
pack
chips,
of ground beef,
Maybe.
6 tacos. That's
No,
it.
thank you. You're absolutely right. Mariano's, come on down. Well, I do want to say something that made some sense and real fast, going back to debate real fast. I think Vegas had a bet if they would handshake. And she did. I have to give her
She
credit
went
for that.
further. She actually went in for the handshake.
I had to give her credit for that. And I do not
Yeah.
like Kamala Harris.
Right.
But I had to give her credit for going first. And she did that to get votes. She's not stupid. But she did that to get votes. So I gave her kudos for that.
Yeah. No, she went in.
And during the
Yeah.
the ceremony at 9/11 for yesterday in New York, Trump and Harris shook hands and they stood together. They stood together
see that,
because
okay.
of 9/11, which makes sense. There was people saying Trump while they were all sitting together but
Yeah.
hey, if was that for sure, if that for real though, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have to come together, that you would think. I mean, it's all 9/11 was the worst day in history of our country.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Ronnie B. Elvis said, I saw a pregnant woman at Walgreens getting the COVID shot. I don't know. Is it safe? I couldn't tell you about that, Ronnie B.
I'm afraid to get a flu shot. I'm afraid to get a flu shot now because I used to have to get a flu shot every year because I have no spleen, right, anymore.
Yeah.
I had that removed, I don't know, many years ago, but so I have an, autoimmune issues, immunocompromised, all that shit. But I was supposed to get a flu shot every year, and every 3 to 5 years, a pneumovax. So like a pneumonia.
Okay.
Now I'm getting paranoid, which I hate feeling like this. I don't want to feel like this. And I'm like, what if there's COVID vaccination in your flu shot now? What if there's COVID shit in the pneumonia vaccination? It's freaking me out. I don't want to feel like that. You just don't know what's in anything anymore.
No, you don't know anymore, folks.
Right?
I remember when I was a kid, I took a flu shot once, and you were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And then I go into a lot of people who took that flu shot and got sick. And then, and whatever the hell it is. Hey, you got to do what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the choice right now to do what you want to do with your own body, ladies and gentlemen, men or women. If you want to put that in there, you can do what you got to do. It is 1:00. It's birthdays for Thursday, September 12th. Raquel Welch. What a birthday. 105 years to the NFL. 105 years to the NFL. God bless. David Grohl from Nevada, 51 years old. Doc McGee, one of the great rock managers of all time, 74 years old. Billy Preston was with the Beatles, was with the Stones, celebrating a birthday. Dennis DeYoung from Styx, 76 years old. Jimmy Connors, great tennis pro, 72 years old. Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters, 70 years old. Jane Fonda, 86. Kevin Costner, 69. Shaka Khan.
Oh, I love Shaka Khan.
Jackie Chan, 70 years old. Stuart Copeland, the drummers from the Police, former drummer, 72 years old. Mike Piazza from the New York Mets. Jane Curtin from Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
77. Yeah. Let's see, Richie Zambora, for all you Bon Jovi fans, 65 years old. Jim Belushi from Chicago, 70. And Julian Jumpin' Perez.
Ooh, I love him.
Julian celebrating the birthday. And from Ocean's Rat Pack, my pal, Elliot Winbush, who plays Sammy Davis Jr. Happy birthday, Elliot Winbush. Guys, we got to go. And so let's go back one more time to Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Download the Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. We'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, same station, folks. Thank you, my good friend, Carol Brandolino. Of course, we'll see you again next Tuesday. And we'll see you this Sunday at the St. Jude's benefit. Yes. Raising money for the kids because the kids are important. Tonight, yes. Moretti's in Edison Park, 6 to 9. Hope to see you, folks. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. Buy local, shop local. Look, we're not all going to agree on the same thing, man, but just be cool. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the weather before it starts getting cold. Yeah. And thank you, Carol. Guys, Ringo Starr says peace and love, and we need it now more in this world than ever. If the kids are watching, have fun. My wife, have fun in Arizona. Love you. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. God bless you all. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Nick, take us out, Nicholas. Take us out.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you. See you tomorrow.